Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to G Bear's Off-Grid Ways, a homestead in the desert. Yeah, got plenty of dogs around today. They all just finished their supper. They all had a after supper chew. They got fresh water in 2 locations, so they're all set. I've been out here working today. Of course, I didn't get much done, or as much done as I wanted, but that's because it was cold this morning. Oh my God, somebody slipped a winter pill in or something. Anyway, I'll show you where I'm at. Look at this. Got legs. You know, I was looking at it and it kind of reminds me of when I was an infant on my home planet. Looks like my first rocket ship. Thought you'd like that. So anyway, I got the legs on. I got the hole cut in the bottom for the burn plate. I got the burn plate installed, and that lifts right out of there for cleaning. I got the metal pieces that are going to go to seal the door, and I got to put a latch on it to keep the door closed. And I found all but one plug. I'm missing one plug, but I know I got one around somewhere, so I'll find it. Now the thing I'm going to do is when I cut the bottom off of this propane tank, the straps, it was 2 pieces that was on there, 1, 2. So I'll use those for the rounded part of the door, because I just need that little edge right there to seal the, I'm going to go that way, to seal the crack between the door and the unit. So I can make those 2 work, and that's less metal I need. So I did that, and of course I cut the bottom out of the propane tank, and this is it. And this will end up being a cover. I'll weld 3 metal tabs on here so it won't fall through, and I'll put a little handle on there so I can lift it off when I need to. This won't get hot, so I don't have to worry about burning my fingers. I got the start of the drip tube into place, so that's ready. I got 4 legs ready to weld on here so that it's ready to sit on a shelf up high, and then I can continue it down and get my location for where I've got to put my feed tube into the burner tank. Oh, I got the back end welded on, and I put the little piece on there because stay tuned tomorrow, and I will be doing a temporary light off to see how this thing goes. It won't have an oil feed to it, but I will pour some waste oil into the pot and throw a soaked rag in there and see if I can get it going for its first burn. We'll see how that looks and how it works. That'd be pretty interesting, huh? I know people want to see the burn and see how it goes. Now, when I did get into the inside, remember I told you there was 2 of those top spuds had pipes going down. When I got those plugs out, this is what I found. This was one of them. That's a piece of 3/4 inch copper with some type of a reduction on it. They put it in some type of a crimp there, and that only went in 1 foot from the top. Then there was this one that went all the way to the bottom. And being copper, I didn't want to leave it inside there because it would end up with the amount of heat it's going to get, that'd probably end up melted into a big button at the bottom of my burner later. So that's what's going on, everybody. Check it out. Pretty cool, huh? Oh, as Tony and Leanne, Tony said from Tony and Leanne doing Redneck Things Off Grid. That's their channel, Doing Redneck Things Off Grid. As Tony said, wow, that burner is pretty cool. I said, only when it's not in use. Of course, you know me, I've got to always have a comeback. Right, Lisa? So, anyway, that's where we're at. I did cut the top off of that tank. I cut the bottom off the tank. I've been doing some work today. I've been doing so much cutting. I actually burnt out that 4.5-inch grinder right there. I think it's just the brushes. See if I can open that up and get to the brushes. I know I have spare brushes around. Those things are all made in China and they all use the same brushes. Because I've had so many Chinese tools in the past, I got extra brushes sitting in my drawer with all the paperwork for all this stuff. But I got out my other cheapo one right here and used that one. That one's Drill Master. Cool. So I finished the job with that one, and I can't wait for tomorrow. Yes, I can. It's going to be another chilly night, so I'm going to close up out here and head inside and get warm. Now, for those of you who are wondering, how did I hold the tank steady when I had to use a persuader bar on the 24-inch breaker bar to get those plugs out? Okay, this is how I did it. Ratchet straps. Remember ratchet straps. Lots of ratchet straps if you're gonna move off grid. All different sizes, all different strengths. These heavy-duty ones are really great. Make sure you have plenty of ratchet straps. They don't last forever, and you don't want to have one break on you and not have another one to go to. So what I did was, you can see the mark in the dirt there, is I took the tank right over there and put it between those two bars on the door. I put the hook of the strap on one, wrapped it one revolution around the tank, put the other end on the other bar, and then I ratcheted the whole thing down and locked it into place. And once it was there, that thing was not moving. It was not going anywhere. So I could get my breaker bar on there, and I've got my big cheater bar that I slipped over the handle of it. And here's another little tip for you guys out there. When you've got a really tight iron pipe fitting of any kind, and it's super tight and it doesn't want to budge, no need getting out hammers and hammering on your wrenches and beating on the fittings and soaking it with WD-40, thinking that's going to help you. Forget all that stuff. Get yourself a long breaker bar. Fasten the tank in place. Here's my breaker bar. This is a 3/4-inch drive. Get yourself a breaker bar like that. Fasten the tank with a strap like I did. And then apply pressure on the breaker bar. If that doesn't work, put a cheater bar on there, get a little more length, and apply steady pressure. Don't jerk on it. Don't bang on it. Don't try to rock it back and forth. Forget all that. Just apply steady pressure in the direction you want to go, and you will feel that thing all of a sudden let go and go take its loosening and get off and say, I'm done on this ride. That guy's applying too much pressure. I can't stand to be under pressure. So that's a little tip for you guys. Remember that down the line. It'll come in handy. All right, everybody. That's it for today. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget your thumbs up. Don't forget to share and subscribe. And we'll see you tomorrow for the burn-off. This is G Bear signing off.